Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Past the Scoreboard. I'm Gianluca, as you know.
And I'm Justin, and we're back with another episode.
Yeah,
So,
of course, we're going to talk about baseball. Baseball's back. Woot,
yeah,
woot.
I was gonna say too. We did say we were gonna talk about the NHL, but we decided to
Oh,
switch
no, we
because
lied. We're liars.
yeah, we lied. We're frauds. Not be kidding, but we're
Listen,
liars.
the playoffs don't start for like another 2 weeks. And
Exactly.
well, once the playoffs are set, we'll talk about then the matchups. We could have a Battle of Ontario, in which case I'm very nervous because the Leafs haven't won in like 20 games against Senators, but that's hockey. We're here to talk about baseball and the Jays, who are currently 3-2. They're actually playing right now as we
Against the
speak.
Washington Nationals, they're up. What is it? 3-0 right
Three
now, I think.
nothing. Yeah, Barrios looks good. Talk about Barrios later. So yeah, I guess yeah, let's start. So coming into the year, we all knew the Jays had a kind of mixed off season, did some couple of good things, did, missed on everyone else.
Pretty much, just about.
So let's get to it. Opening day, we're all pumped up, right? Yeah, here we go.
Opening day playing the Baltimore Orioles division rival, maybe one of the better teams in the league, or definitely one of the better teams in the league, maybe one of the best teams in the league. And what happens, John Luca?
Um, was it 12 to 2 or was it 11 to 2?
Yeah, it was 12-2. It
It
wasn't
wasn't
great.
good. No.
Yeah. No,
Pretty
you know
much.
you know it's bad when everyone shuts off the TV in the fourth inning. So,
Yeah. Um, Cedric Mullins hit a couple of home runs. Who
yeah.
else hit a couple home runs? Somebody else. Was it
It
Adley?
was I think it was Cowser.
No,
Or
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 O'Neal, Tyler O'Neal.
No, he
Tyler
hit
O'Neal hit
one.
a yard.
Somebody else had two.
Yeah, Rutschman hit two,
Yeah.
and
Okay. So
then
Adley Rutschman had two. Cedric Mullins had two. Tyler O'Neill home run on opening day for like the 12th straight year.
yeah,
Uh,
and then Jordan Westbrook hit a home run too. But yeah, O'Neal shout out too because he's also Canadian. You know,
he just
but
hits
yeah,
home runs on opening day. That's
he's
all
hit
he
like a
does.
million opening day home runs, right? Like they joked on the broadcast, they were like, he should play like it's opening day every day, and
I
he
mean,
might be
I
unstoppable.
bet he wants to, but um,
But baseball is a game of failure, so it's very difficult to do
yeah. So
that.
the Orioles they did their thing that game. Jose Barrios started, and Justin and I were talking before we hit record. Maybe Jose Barrios should not start another opening day.
Yeah, because like you know what? It's don't get me wrong, it's a good pitcher, but for some reason on the first game of the
And
season,
while you talk, Justin, I'm actually gonna look up
he
because
tends to
we
not
were talking
do
about his
well.
other opening day starts.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure he had one other one with
yeah,
the
I don't know.
Jays.
I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but
Uh,
I'm pretty sure it was against Texas or
yes,
something like
yes,
that.
I have it
It
right
was like
here. I
it
have
was
it right
22,
here.
right? 2022, right?
No, he was in 2024 and he was pulled after allowing four earned runs in a third of an inning.
Ooh.
So I think that's what it says.
There was also one in 2022 though, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
wait,
I
I
could be
think
wrong.
you're right. This is so confusing.
I'm pretty sure it was 22 because that was the year like that was
Well,
when
in
that
this
day like they made a comeback.
in this CBC article, it says in the 2024 opener, he was pulled after allowing four earned runs in a third of an inning. So
Let's
didn't they win
verify.
that game? I'm pretty sure they won that game. They came
Yeah,
back,
they did.
right?
Let's verify it. Jose Barrios.
I'm trying. Oh, okay. Let me just go Blue Jays schedule.
For the record, we're not dumb. It's just the internet can be confusing sometimes, and
Listen, everybody, shut up.
but we are
2020.
liars because we did
Yes,
lie. We
we did
technically did lie
lies.
last week, so we're liars, but we're
Okay, I
smart,
have the
I guess.
2024 schedule here. I don't care about spring training.
Nobody cares
Uh,
about spring training.
Rays home opener. Damn, they went on a big streak. No, it couldn't have been 2024 because in 2024. We open the
Here, let's
season.
let's look at the Toronto Blue Jays opening day starters.
Kirk just hit another
So
single. Yeah,
we're also going to talk about that guy because oh baby, how
yeah.
good is
I
that?
don't know, but I know he did suck one other year. Um,
Yeah, I was right. So it was 2022, and they that was the year. That's what you're thinking about, 2022. He did not pitch very well. I'm pretty sure him
then what
giving
the hell
up
was
four
CBC
runs.
talking about?
I don't know, but CBC got to figure it out. But you know what? Technically, you are right because he did start opening day last year, but he pitched really well last year.
Maybe it's just home.
So
So
so out of
whiplash.
yeah, maybe it's home opening days because
Okay.
you're right. Last year they were on the road. They were in Tampa Bay. They won 8-2. I believe Barrios threw 6 innings and he only gave up 2 runs. But the other one you're talking about where he did get lit up was at home and it was against the Texas Rangers. I remember because I was watching it and like they
And I
came
rem
back to win 10-8, but Barrios like sucked in the beginning.
yes,
So
yeah. So, um, after
so there's our facts.
And then looking at TikToks after the game, it was all doom and gloom. Like, oh man, we're gonna
End
lose.
everything like we're going 0 and 162. Like
Yeah,
this is a White Sox on steroids type of thing. Like
yeah,
we're never gonna win
which
again. Like oh
which
my
is just
God,
dumb. Because
it is.
after they followed it up with a really good win.
Yeah, a big 8-2 win.
If you ask me who's the Jays' best pitcher right now, I don't even have an answer for you, but I'm pretty sure it's probably between three guys. Uh,
Yeah, it's weird because like it's weird because like their starters are probably
they're they're all pretty
their
good.
best asset, right?
Yeah,
Like I
they're
think
all pretty
I
good.
think I would say the J starters is their best thing. Uh, I would say their bullpen needs work, which we'll talk about. Obviously, the hitting lineup is technically it's gotten better, but
It's up
you
and
know,
down.
yeah,
It's
it's
yeah.
it's
So
it's
yeah,
ever so
first
changing,
off,
right? But
I want to get your opinions on the City Connect jerseys. I really like them, and I just think that we should make those the permanent home jerseys. Screw this baby blue and this royal blue. Let's just stick.
really,
Yeah, they're so nice. They have so much character. Like, okay, well, we can keep the baby blue because that's like the 90s. It's like a 90s
well, I
look.
would, I would, you know what? I mean, like, here's the thing too. Like, I do like the City Connects. Personally, when it comes, if you're asking me which I prefer, I would say the baby blue.
The baby
Like,
blue is nice.
I don't know about you, but to me, like any team that wears baby blue jerseys, like they could be the worst team on earth. I'd go
But they
watch
look
them
good.
because like they just look sick. Like look at the St. Louis Cardinals, right? Like if you look up their baby blue jerseys,
Isn't
oh
that
my
their City
lord.
Connect? Or is that their alternate?
I think it's one of their alternates because they've
Mm.
worn them before City Connects came out. But you look at that uniform and you're like, oh my god, like it looks unreal,
And
right? Like
the game was good. It was on Apple TV. Um,
shout out, shout out Apple TV
which I bought. I had a subscription. I canceled it, but then I bought it again because baseball games are there every week.
because
So
we need to watch the Blue Jays.
yeah, so I bought another subscription. It's like $12 a month, but whatever. The second game, what happened in the second game? Kevin Gosman started.
He
Um,
shoved. Let's just say that he shoved. He did really well.
what was the
We
score? Was
were-
it 4-2?
I think it was 8-2.
Oh,
That one they kind of let
never
loose
mind.
on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to
The
think who
fourth the
scored the
fourth game was
runs.
the close one. The fourth game was the close one. That's what you're talking about. But
Who
yeah, so
scored
they
the
won the
runs?
second one 8-2. Um oh God.
I can just look it up. We have the internet.
Matter of fact, we're
Promise you
recording
we
this.
watched. I promise you I watched the game. I
I do
swear.
too. I do too. Matter of fact, to prove it, like obviously we're going to get into it, but I was at the third game in person, so
Okay.
uh even though they lost,
Oh,
I
this is the
saw
game that they were losing 2-0, and then the bottom of the fourth.
they
Uh,
just had a I remember, yeah, because it was Alan Roden gets an RBI rookie, rookie Alan Roden. Wagner scored on a wild pitch. Honestly, there wasn't really many
Nothing. Yeah,
base
this is a
hits. I mean,
boring
I guess,
game. Nothing really happened. There was no big time moment.
yeah, it was more
Kevin
just the
Gausman.
Orioles couldn't pitch and
Right.
kind of blew up in one inning.
Tyler O'Neill did have another RBI. So, um,
There he goes. He's huge. He's
so
jacked. Have you
yeah.
seen him? He's
Have
jacked.
we
Holy crap.
have we missed Tyler O'Neill for MVP? Um,
That
and
would
yeah.
be, but yeah, you know what? A big response win, right? That's, how you would hope your team plays after losing not only the fact that they lost the home opener, but just the fact that they lost 12-2. I think you would hope that they kind of pick it up. And they did, right? Um, you know, sometimes the other team doesn't play to their standard and they give you runs and bases. And, sometimes you just have to take it, right? But we did have 14 hits. So
Oh, yeah.
there is a,
The offense
so
so
there is
far has been better than
positive too.
expected. Because then
Yeah.
we move on to the third game.
Specifically one guy, but yeah.
The third
Um,
game, where
oh boy.
it was pretty decent starting off. They
You know
had a
what?
4-2 lead.
Yeah, I can talk about
Yeah,
it
go
because
ahead. You
again,
take this one over.
I was literally there. Uh, um, to be honest, Scherzer. Well, I mean, at first we were all like, "Oh no," because the first hitter of the game, we get there and Scherzer gives up a nuke. We're like, you know what? It's okay. It happens. He is 41 years old. He is You can't expect him to be like what he was when he was like 25, 26, like throwing like 98, right? Like I think he topped out at like 92,
Those
barely.
days are gone.
Exactly. He's there for the veteran presence and whatnot, which they need, right? Which is just as important. But so he throws 3 innings, he gives up 2 home runs. And then that arm injury, I believe it was his lat that wasn't feeling so good. Came back to bite him from what was happening in spring too. So he gets pulled, and we're like, okay, I guess it's a bullpen game from here because he only pitched 3 innings. And Richard Lovelady comes in, and what
He
does
was
he
no
do?
longer on the Jays. Well, he might be.
Yeah,
He
well,
got,
he got DFA'd, so he was officially removed from the 40-man
oh,
roster, meaning
okay.
that he's either like a free agent or he'll be
So,
in.
what that brings me a question. I have a question, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Why
go ahead.
was he on the roster in the first place if we have so little faith in him after his first outing of the season? Or, I don't know, was it his first? I forgot. After
Yeah, I mean, yeah, technically, I believe it was his first outing of his.
so
Actually, I don't know. We can.
his
It was
first,
definitely one of like it's the beginning, but I mean,
regardless, it was his first major outing of the season because he didn't come in the in games that like carried a lot of weight because they were
yeah, no,
blowouts. So this is
yeah,
the first time.
exactly. He was thrown in low leverage
Exactly.
situations,
This is a high
which,
leverage situation. It's a 4-2 lead.
yeah,
You
exactly.
come in, just give us something. Give us like
Give us. Listen, even if you give up a run or two, at least it's tied,
exactly. Don't
right? Like,
don't
give us an inning, but that changed with one swing because I remember, yeah, well, it changed with 2 swings. I remember it was 4-2 and bases, or I don't know if it was bases loaded, but or yeah, sorry, it was. Or
Yeah.
no, it wasn't
Well, I
because
don't know.
they
I
they
didn't watch the
bases
game.
loaded after
I was
that.
at work, but it says Gary Sanchez first
Yeah,
off.
he hit
Gary
it. Yeah,
Sanchez.
I remember he hit a sac fly, and we're like,
Yeah.
okay, like there's an out. And the next guy hits Ramon Urias hits a bases clearing double off of I believe it was the right field wall, and then all 3 runs come in to score, and next
How
thing you
many
know,
outs were there at the time Urias hit the double? Was there still one?
I think it was just one. So if he got a ground ball, it would have been
Okay.
perfect. But he didn't get a ground ball. He got a piss missile into the outfield, and all 3 Baltimore runners came in to score. So yeah, it was 6-4. And then at that point, I was like,
Or
this
they're
sucks.
screwed because the bullpen is eh.
Yeah, and I mean if we're looking at the box score too, I remember it was Jacob Barnes came in. He gave up 2 runs as well. like listen, it's not as bad because the guy before him gave up double that, but still not doing many favors. He also gave up 4 hits, which doesn't help. Chad Green came in. He was okay. He gave up 1 run, and then at that point, when you're down like 9-4, 9-3,
If I'm
9-5,
being
or whatever,
if
it's
I'm being honest, the Jays bullpen has two reliable arms, and that's Yimi Garcia and
and
Hoffman.
Probably Jeff Hoffman. Which, funny enough, in that order are the last two guys that came in to pitch
Well,
in
yeah,
that
they're
game.
the setup guy and the closer. So, I mean,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
everything else,
Jimmy Garcia is, well, yeah, he's back in Toronto after his little stint in Seattle. So, but no, he did well, and
yeah,
so did Hoffman. Like, but obviously at that point, it was, I believe that was Hoffman's first appearance of the year because as the closer, you're not going to, as a closer, regardless if it's a blowout, like if you're winning or losing in a blowout, you're not going to be put into the game. So I think it was just to get his feet wet and
yeah.
get
I
him
mean, it
pitching
helped.
in for us. Yeah, no, exactly. He helped.
So that
Well, I wouldn't say stop the bleeding, but
that was the third game, and then the fourth
yeah,
game. I realize now, looking back at it, the Orioles scored first in all four games, which is, you know,
yeah. So technically, so yeah, I guess it's pretty simple to say that the bats. I mean, the Orioles' bats on paper are certainly better than ours, so it's very easy for them to jump on anyone quickly. But
yeah,
it's at the end of the day, it's the score that matters, right? So, which also, by the way, hitters keeping. I just want to point out in the third game, Bo Bichette went 4 for 4. He got on base all 5 times because he walked once and then got 4 hits. Everybody else either went 1 for 4, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, and was just not
man. I
good.
hope Bo
So
Bichette can keep that, like, keep this form going because
yeah, no,
we're talking about a guy like people I think almost forgot because he had a bad year last year. He dealt with a lot.
yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what? The thing is too, it's like you can't really, in a way, you can't fully blame him for it because he only played 80 games, and if you look at the season, it's 162 games, so he genuinely played less than half the year.
yeah.
So
So I hope like
and he was hurt for like pretty much most of it.
exactly. We're
So
talking about a guy who a couple years ago finished what?
we're talking about a guy who was in talks for like a top three shortstop in the league, potentially an MVP.
Yeah.
And I
So
still think he is there, but
and he
you
led the
know,
league in hits.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he's a great player. The
Pretty hard
fourth
to do
game
that.
was a tight game all the way.
Much tighter, much tighter. Yeah,
But Chris Bassett, man, he was great. Like
yeah. Oh man,
he
talk about coming up clutch when you need someone the most, right?
he was
Like,
so good. 7 strikeouts, just 2 walks.
yeah, he did give up 8 hits, but
I don't give a shit about the
um,
hits. Listen. I do not give a shit about how much hits you give up. Did you get out of the inning? If
that's
the
true.
answer,
That's very true. My thing though is in a way it like it's not as good. Like obviously he threw 6 innings, only allowed 1 run, unreal, right? Secured a win, only walked two,
I
good. But
understand.
my thing is, sorry, sorry, what were you saying?
I understand what you're saying, right? Because
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to do these innings quickly, because you want to eat innings. Give your bullpen.
yeah. Well, and here's
Listen,
the thing too. He threw 6 innings. He threw 106 pitches.
hey,
That
he's a
that
workhorse.
is well, here's the thing. He's a workhorse, even though he shouldn't have to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like there's
Um, we're getting to
yeah.
the pitching. Um, Anything stick out with you for the fourth game? Not really. I mean, Tyler Heineman hit a
Yeah, bomb, man. He, I guess it,
Tyler.
I guess it was his first start of the year because he's the only other catcher we have on our roster. And but I kind of
Who
like Tyler
we
Heineman.
had?
And you know what?
Moreno, Kirk,
You hit a you
Jansen.
hit a 2 run home run, or sorry, you hit a solo shot. Hey, man, we'll take any extra offense, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he went like 2 for 3 as well. So like he definitely or 1 for 3, but still, he did everything there. He did everything well, and obviously he's there more for his his catching abilities as opposed to hitting. But hey, we'll take a bomb or two every once in a while. So
First off, I apologize for keep looking to the left. And Jay's game is on, so I'm trying to see the action.
listen, we're just passionate fans
Yeah,
who want to see a championship
exactly.
someday. Um,
Yeah, well, yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, we live in Toronto, so I don't know if it's, we're kind of cursed though.
We've had 1 year of glory in our lifetime.
Yeah,
So
I mean, hey, listen, we witnessed one in 2019. But
that's what I'm
even
saying. We
that
had one
even that
year.
team is not what it was in 2019, so it's different.
Oh,
It's
it's
tough.
completely different. All right.
Exactly. But
The fifth game. I talked about how um I don't know if I said this while we were recording, but the Jays have
mhm.
three pitchers who I would say
Yeah,
arguably
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
best. I'm thinking Bowden every time I watch Bowden Francis play, I think he might actually be the best Jays pitcher. I'm not even like,
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like, here's the thing too. It proves too that you don't need to throw like 98 to be good,
man,
right?
that
Like,
what is it? The splitter he threw? That splitter. It
yeah, like the split, the change, or like this is the thing too. It's like you look at like even Kevin Gosman, like he's pretty much just a two pitch guy,
but it
but because
works.
he's but he,
People,
because he's so
people
good
said
at it.
he had a down year last year. Talking about Kevin Gosman, I don't know what. Okay, and maybe it wasn't amazing, but I looked at his numbers. That it wasn't a bad year.
I think
Uh,
I think they're saying it was a down year because he is a really good pitcher. So I think for him, for his
what
expectations
bad?
and for the level that he should be playing at, you could say it was a down year. But even then, you compare him to the average pitcher, and he's
His stats were pretty freaking good.
exactly. So I think, well, Jays fans especially, or Toronto fans in general, whether it's the Leafs, the Raptors, or the Blue Jays, we all
Always
have
gonna be pessimistic,
extremely
huh?
high
So
expectations.
yeah, what happened in that game? Well, Andres Gimenez hit another home run. Um,
Surprise, surprise. Well, in a way, it is a surprise because we got him for defense, and he's been our cleanup hitter, I'm pretty sure, for like the first five
which is
games.
such a weird area to have him in the lineup because like he's never been known as a power guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like I
Absolutely.
feel
Like he's more of a leadoff type of guy, right? Like get
right,
on base.
but
He
he
did
can't play
steal.
lead off. He can't play lead off in this lineup because the top is just is kind of taken by Bichette.
Yeah.
Then
But you know what? If hitting home runs works for him and
no, I'll
production, like
exactly go
I'm sure
ahead.
anyone will take. Yeah, yeah, like
Who are we to say no? So yeah, he's been
absolutely.
fantastic so far.
Oh,
Um,
unreal.
Probably
But
the best hitter, our
yeah,
best.
I'd say him or Bo.
Or him or both, probably.
Yeah, him
Uh,
and him and Bo
Someone who's not
probably.
been our best hitter and has fans kind of debating his worth is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Um, yeah, not been a good start.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Him and funny enough, the guy who we signed from
Tony
the rival
Santander.
team,
Yeah,
Baltimore. Yeah, yeah. Santander has not been great. Like even
yeah,
at the game I was, he had a hit in his first at bat, and then he K'd the next three times.
yeah, it's not
So
been good.
it's tough. Like again, it could just be it's the first 5, 6 games of the year,
It's 5 games
but
in. Like that's the funny
like
thing.
in a way, it's like you should be picking it up by now, right? Because
Yeah, obviously it's ideal that we would want him. Um,
no, absolutely, but yeah,
Jimenez off to a great start. Another guy who's off to
he's
a great
yeah.
start is the guy who got an extension. And some fans, have you seen the clip of I forgot who it was on Sportsnet? They had two guys, and one was arguing for the Kirk extension, and one was arguing against it. And
I don't believe I have seen it, but
I forgot what their points.
whoever's arguing against it, what are you doing?
I think his point was he's coming off a really bad year last year, and
Yeah.
but like it's not like he's getting. It's not like the extension was like for 10 years, six, seven
Yeah, no, and
million.
it's not like we're giving him 100 million, right? Like
Exactly. So we're
it's
talking
kind of a
about a
low risk
guy.
deal. And the thing is too is he's not going to be known for his bat because he's one of the best, if not the best defensive catcher in the league right now.
Yeah, like we were talking about before we recorded. He
He's
made a
led
really
the
good.
league in multiple defensive categories for a catcher.
But he also made a really good play in one of the Orioles
Yeah,
games
yeah, yeah.
where
As a catcher too, heads up, right? So
where I forgot who it was, threw the ball. It was a ground ball, and it like was going in front, like in front of the first base bag,
Yeah.
and it was thrown behind Guerrero, but
Yeah.
followed it up, followed the ball
Yeah. It backed up the
behind
play and
behind the baseline,
he
caught
got
the
an out.
ball because he followed it, and then
Yeah.
threw out the runner. The runner was starting to turn to
Turn
second.
to second. Yeah, yeah.
So and then he threw it, and then he tagged the run. Vlad tagged the runner to get him out. Like
Yeah. So
that's
like
that's such a simple play, but
mhm.
not many catchers will make that play
No, absolutely.
because Alejandro Kirk is one of the best defensive catchers, like you said. So
No,
yeah,
by far. Like and the thing is too, right, is especially in baseball, it's those little things that make such a difference, right? Like we might not think of it now because that was only what, like the fourth game of the year, but but like that one win could be the difference between us sitting at home in
are
October
making the
or pretend.
playoffs.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like I
Yeah.
know it's 162 games, but like there's teams that have started off like 8-0 that end up like doing jack shit later on. So it's like anything can happen, right? And in
So
baseball where there's so many variables, to have guys who secure outs and like make sure that we're not like make sure they're not giving away outs is so crucial, and that's exactly what Kirk is. But
my takeaways from the first, um, we talked about the Nationals game yesterday. Oh, let's talk a little more about the Nationals game yesterday. It was a four
Bowden
nothing lead.
Francis is gross
It
in a
was a
good
four
way.
nothing lead, heading into the sixth.
He
Uh,
actually had a
he,
no hitter
he
going
had a
into the
no hitter
sixth,
again, going to the
and
sixth.
in very Bowden Francis fashion,
Gave up
gave up a home run
two
to break
solo
it.
home runs. So yeah, but
Yeah,
we got the job done. The takeaways I have for the first five games is that the bats look good, but again, there was a couple times in that game yesterday where we had a chance to kill them off. Like
yeah, oh
in
yeah.
the inning where we got the 5-2 run,
Mhm.
we could have made it 8-2. And
Yeah, like they could
against the
have
better
piled
team,
on, right?
against the better team, like we only score one run 5-2. Okay, what if we were playing, I don't know, the the Red Sox, right?
Or the
Or the
Yankees, right?
or the Yankees.
Who have demonstrated that offense is like that their offense is really good. I mean,
Exactly. That's not enough.
controversy. There's that controversy, but but that
And
doesn't take away from the fact that
even
they're
in this
still
game
good.
that I'm watching right now, it's 3-0 for the Jays on top of the fifth. They had a chance where I think they had the bases loaded with none out, and they only scored two
Yeah,
runs.
that's
So
the thing, right? Like, is and the thing is too, it's like again, we're talking about like the little things. That is something that you can say is part of the little things. When you have the bases loaded and nobody out, you should be cashing in
exactly, you need a
at
guy.
least like three, four runs,
You need
right?
somebody to clear the bases of one with one swing of the bat,
No,
right?
absolutely, right.
So yeah,
And like,
that's
but
kind of a takeaway I have.
yeah,
Um,
like that they can't like basically what we're saying is the runners left on base count should be lower.
Now
And this
I
was a
want to
problem they
talk
had
about
last year too.
some other things in the majors. Last night, I turned on the Dodgers game as background. And
Oh yeah, because you got Apple TV, right?
no,
So,
no, it was on regular cable.
oh okay, okay.
I turned the Dodgers game as background, and I'm thinking to myself, what is the actual point of having a baseball season with that team being that stacked?
And that unreal where they say like their number seven starter is any team's number one, like ridiculous. We talked about it in the last episode, right? Like
We're just too
talk
good.
about talk about unreal.
Well, they lose. Obviously, yes, but like,
You know
and
what?
then
They might never lose again.
yeah, so
Who
they're
knows?
undefeated. I believe the Yankees are undefeated, and there's one more.
Uh,
Do you know who I forgot? Them Yankees.
hold on. Let me check the standings because I
I
haven't.
completely forgot. I know there's one more.
I oh, it's the Padres.
Padres. Yes. Okay. So yeah, them three teams are undefeated. The Yankees, they have a bit of controversy going on with these torpedo bats.
But
Um,
apparently, multiple players around the league are using them,
Let me
aka,
confess, I have no idea what this is about. These torpedo bats. Do you want to explain to me what this is?
I guess it's like the shape of the bat, right? Like it's made so that like how do you say it? It's like a regular barrel is like much more spread out, right? So it's longer, but in
Yeah.
a way, like the center of gravity
This
is like more
one,
spread
this
out,
one,
right?
it's in one spot, like like it's the.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
see. Okay.
And the thing is too, it's like because the Yankees obviously do a very good hitting team, right? So they'll hit the sweet spot probably more than most teams, and because they do hit the sweet spot a
So
lot with
the
that
way you
torpedo
describe
bat.
that to me, that sounds unfair because,
Yeah,
but it's legal. So,
it is. It is. So
so they
like
didn't.
what
So, so
and
how is it controversial? If it's Well, I heard somebody say today that they're waiting for orders of them. I forgot who, I think it was the Dodge. I think it was the
yeah,
Dodgers who
like
said that. And
talk about
I'm thinking,
talk about
Jesus Christ,
unreal. Like
they need smaller bats. They're gonna get big
yeah,
bats.
like you're telling me that the best team in Major League Baseball, who is also the defending champion, is asking for this, which I don't know if we can call it an advantage, but I would say that they have
But
better
at the same
chances
time,
than the teams that
why
don't.
how could they have theirs and then none of the rest of the league have theirs? If anything,
Yeah,
they got ahead of the ball they literally got ahead of the ball in the game, and they got ahead of the ball in getting these torpedo bats.
yeah.
So realistically, uh, there shouldn't be an issue with this. So yeah. Um,
Honestly, they should just give everyone torpedo bats then.
what do you think? They scored 20 runs against the Brewers.
Yeah, they welcomed back Nestor Cortez with I
Yeah,
believe it was
poor
8 runs
Nestor.
in 2 innings
Nestor
or something
got
like that.
torched.
Yeah,
Um,
kind of got lit up in his return to Yankee Stadium, but
any other takeaways from the opening
five
week?
games in Toronto. You know what? Like, hey, I'll just say this: I'll take a split with Baltimore,
Oh, yeah.
considering the 2 games we lost to them, we like I don't want to say we were atrocious, but I guess I just did. Um, listen, we'll take a split, right? Like if we can do that, even like with if we can be even with competitive teams at like or even at the very least, like I think anyone would take that, right? And then we could beat up on teams like that aren't as good. Shout out Washington. Although I love your new City Connect. They're so sick, but
Washington's not good. I'm sorry. Their lineup is really bad.
yeah, no, like their team is not good. But I mean, this is the reason you face everyone in the schedule, right? It's and there's a
Um,
reason you try and take
yeah.
advantage of that.
So
So
we have the Nationals, then we have an off day after tomorrow's game, and then we have the Mets. So we'll see
ooh,
again
we
with
have the Mets, and then I believe we have the Braves after that.
I thought it was the Yankees. I can check. Forgive me. I'm typing
Oh
it
no,
right.
it's Boston actually. So we're both wrong.
Oh,
Oh, the Braves are in like 2 weeks. That's my bad. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, because I might be going to one
then
of those too.
do you think anything else around the majors that's caught your eye? I'm trying to think of other news.
Um, the Brewers have sucked
Oh, the
ass.
Braves have
Like,
been awful too. They can't buy a
yeah,
win.
yeah. I mean, like, I think it's the Brewers' case is worse because, like,
They've
not
been
only have they been like losing, they've been
well,
losing
they've
by
been getting
like,
shellanked. Who did they
yeah,
lose
like
to last yesterday to? They lost to somebody else.
Kansas City,
And
Kansas
yeah,
City. They
they
beat them by
destroyed them.
10 runs, right? Like the only close game that the Brewers have played was the opener. That's 4-2. Like that's fine, right? Like a 4-2 game could go anyway, but then 29, 12-3 and 11-1. Like and then I guess they're playing right now cuz um yeah, they're playing right now as we speak, but like and the Brewers like are if it's not for the fact that they are losing this much or by this much, they are probably the best team in that division at
Oh,
the
for
moment.
sure.
But it's like, what the hell's
Jackson.
happening, right?
All right, and yeah, that's it for us this week. We'll probably be back next week and talk about, I don't know. Uh,
Well, I mean, like I don't know if we'll be talking about NHL playoffs. We might lie to you
No.
again, just saying. But
Yeah,
I don't know. We're not like it's close to that time, but it's not exactly that time. So it's not. I mean, it's very relevant, but so is baseball because it's just
exactly.
getting started. Damn
All
right.
right. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Gianluca.
I'm Justin, and
All
this is Past the Scoreboard. Take care,
right.
guys. See
Bye,
ya.
everyone.